When we think of great love stories, we tend to think of this heated, it's still not over magnetism that you just can't stay away from. And years ago, I wrote about how it's actually the shrug moment in the notebook. That's the moment that says, I choose this. And my interpretation of it at the time was, this is crazy, but I'm here anyway. So we just love to be crazy. Like, we just can't stay away from it. And on the heels of the Immanuel Kant post I did last week and duty love versus passion love, I was thinking about it. And, over a decade later, my perspective has changed. And I realized it's not that we love to be crazy and a kind of magnetic that we can't control. It's that we want to be loved wholly with all of our flaws and all of our authenticities and say, you know what, this is messy and I want it anyway. I want it with you and your flaws and your quirks. And so this post is dedicated to couples who show up in the mess of their authenticity and love each other anyway.
Messy youth with some sus behavior. Remember, she was engaged when they reconnected, but a long love story. He reads her home to him. Does this one even require explanation? Loving the ogre in someone, being one ourselves, mutual weirds meeting. Who has seen more of your mess than your best friend? They never tried to control one another, just kept showing up through life. Joel and Clementine have some of the most brutally honest moments together, and after trying to erase the relationship, they hear the most painful things they said about each other and decide to give it another go anyway, accepting the risk that maybe it doesn't work out, but maybe it does, and that's love. Eternity is pretty new, so I don't want to give any spoilers for anyone, but if you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch. It caught me in the feels, and it's really hard for rom-coms to do these days, but this one's a little bit deeper than that, and there's a line in there I absolutely love about a great ordinary love.
Katniss and Peeta. Do you know how when you read something or you hear a song and it lands at just exactly the right time in life that it hits you emotionally? The Hunger Games series was like that for me. And this part at the end about the love between Katniss and Peeta is what really struck me. But what I needed to survive is not Gale's fire. Kindled with rage and hatred, I have plenty of fire myself. What I need is the dandelion in the spring. The bright yellow that means rebirth instead of destruction. The promise that life can go on no matter how bad our losses. That it can be good again. And only Peeta can give me that. So after, when he whispers, "You love me, real or not real?" I tell him, real. And there's some debate over who Katniss should have ended up with, Gale or Peeta, but I think this is gorgeous. Their relationship, not only do they have each other's backs the whole way through, you know that home is a safe place with this person at your side, but they are regulating each other's nervous systems. So anytime, and if you don't know the story, he was tortured and made to not know what was real and not real. So that's why she does that for him. It's knowing that each other have had struggles and they have triggers and they have shit that they're dealing with and baggage, but they're there for each other. They understand it and they understand one another to a level that there's no one else who can be what they are to each other and give each other that safe, warm, dandelion spring love.